right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week. LSU Tigers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. EA Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. The last time they played, of course, Alabama won comfortably. That was an embarrassing day for the LSU faithful. They have not forgotten it.
Chris, I don't think anybody's going to forget that loss because it was so surprising to see LSU get blown out. But they feel much better about this matchup.
And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back and coming up with that conversion.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Ball handed off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. The game goes back to 1895, Kirk, but as you know, it's begun to pick up intensity, this rivalry, because they are always in each other's way in the SEC.
Yeah, this rivalry doesn't necessarily have the history, even though it does go back to 1895. But you're right, things seemed to change when the SEC split East and West. It became a battle about who would represent the West, the winner typically between Alabama and LSU. It seems like every year from that point on, it's a game we all point to before the season even starts.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Well, nearly interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up third down instead.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looks left and finds his target there. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Finds his man, has the first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
First down and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion sets up a second down play. The linebacker shifting around now. Back to throw again. Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, tie. A horrible field position to start the drive, but they just march right down the field and get points.
Chris, this offensive coordinator deserves a raise after that opening drive. The way they orchestrated this inside their own 15 to come away with points, impressive.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he fields it inside the 15. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. He's going to hand this off. Breaking free at the 35. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it second down. They're going to run it here. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
When he doesn't hang on, looks like it was deflected before it got to him. It'll bring up second down.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
A handoff to the back. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
So let's see what the play caller likes here on third and short from the plus 27. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick catch.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on third down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Nope. Will he score here? Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. He's running out of time here. Couldn't find anybody open. He just has to throw it away. And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. Breaking free at midfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver makes the grab. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Alabama's offense now lining up on first and goal. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Heading for the goal line, and now the ball's not loose. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps possession.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier side and give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Second down and goal. Let's go. They'll try to run it with the option. Pitches to the back. They've got him behind the line. The option fools no one.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
So 2 chances to score a touchdown in the red zone already. They came up short. Now it's third and goal. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss.
Boy, it's third and goal, Chris, and they decide to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the football. The defense comes up with this big sack. And as an offensive coordinator, I don't think it's a bad call at all, but you got to put more pressure on this quarterback to make quicker decisions to get the ball out of his hands. Watch quick. Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They stop him right at the 24.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's moving out of the pocket now. He makes the grab. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Here's the target, and it's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. Those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Second down after that completion. He'll hand it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
It's third down for the offense. He drops back in the gun. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks instead. They've now got fourth down.
They need 5 yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. The decision to go for it doesn't work out this time.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. Just what they wanted. You got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. The quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
Caught quickly. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to root this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Looking to throw it on first down. He lets it go on the move. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Important second down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. On the run, he'll let it go. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
First down, looking to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it
Fired into a tight window and picked off.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Offense protecting the lead here, but they've been playing so well. Let's see if they go from, and looking for a big play here. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. They cannot stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Bama. So the offense offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16, looking better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. 1st down and 10 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, to me, I think the quarterback wanted to get this ball thrown downfield, but good coverage forces him to throw it underneath. But give an assist to the O-line, giving him enough time to be able to evaluate that coverage.
He's got some room. Can he get there? Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he'll just get rid of it.
Pretty good job here by the quarterback of just getting away from the sack and throwing that ball away to live for the next down. I really thought he was going to be brought down. They had such good pressure on him. But once again, you could see the mobility of this young man and what he's capable of doing. So, incompletion, but at least it's not a negative play or a turnover.
And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Eludes a tackle. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. And he's brought down just across the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. to throw now on first down. Signs a good throw. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart with the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Let's go.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, LSU for years has played a one-gap defense that loves to pin their ears and get upfield. It's a risky defense, and it requires great athleticism on the defensive line, something that they've had forever. Great sack here to keep that tradition alive. But you think back over the years, Booger McFarland and Marcus Spears and Glenn Dorsey.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Harbor. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU's really
breaks clear, end zone ahead. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Well, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
He's back to throw again on second down. The pass rush closing in. Makes the catch downfield. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And they got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. The offense threatening now, 1st and goal. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw it again. Makes the catch. Can he get in? The defense stops him just short of the end zone. Spotted at the 1.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So just 1 for 3 in red zone trips so far. They come up on 2nd and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Stuck right there at the line. No gain.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
So nothing on the previous play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 1. Fighting for the end zone. Now the ball comes loose. The defense recovers the fumble.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Rifles this football to the left. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Got it.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play?
Clear.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch, and he'll run out of bounds, picking up a few yards on the play.
This is what makes this guy so tough. It's basically an option route. With the ability to break in or out, he sets his defender up, gets leverage to the inside, and they have a nice completion.
He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Timber. Moves. Go.
First down, looking to throw the ball. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Finds an open target on the left side. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. He has been a game record today for this defense, taking advantage of this big stage.
And Chris, when we sat down with him in our production meeting, he didn't have a lot to say. He was very focused on what he needed to do. Just had a feeling he might step up and have a big game.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. We expect big hits in an emotional game, Kirk, and the quarterback that time paid a price.
Well, the quarterback's got to know in a rivalry game, he better have his head on a swivel. That time they hit him hard.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. He was on the mark with his last kick, but this one is from 48 yards out. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they coughed it up, but it only cost them a field goal. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a play deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, LSU. No chance to catch it.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Easy.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. It's a quick grab. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Got it.
Third down play for this offense. Linebacker shifting around now.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to chuck it again. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. You talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Boy, as a head coach, you preach fourth quarter offense all year long, the importance of being able to finish out a game. This is a great example. They have secured this football, this drive. They've been able to convert on third downs, and they keep moving this clock. This is a clinic on how to run a 4-minute offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. The only problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Makes a quick grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. He shreds the tackle.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
This drive has already taken more than 3 minutes off the clock as we come up on second down. Here comes a handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
First down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice.
42.
Quarterback's got it on the option. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second and goal for the offense.
Jackrabbit.
And off inside, looking for the touchdown. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's a crucial touchdown for the offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Now they'll empty the backfield on this 2-point conversion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it and goes down, so a sack. Unsuccessful 2-point try. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense is out there. Here comes a 2-point conversion attempt. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he will get into the end zone again. Follows up a touchdown with a successful 2-point try. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. He's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
Running out of time in the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Harbor. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense is not giving up. This game is not.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back in motion now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
1st down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now the try for 2. And the wideout goes in motion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he converts the 2-point try. Now a 13-point game. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they make the recovery in the onside kick. The offense keeps it for another possession. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Ready? 1st down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Makes a quick catch. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Checks this down to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
And they'll stop it short of the goal line. Offense will set up inside the 5. There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football if you walk off the field knowing